Hey, it's Drew Neiser with another Tuesday tip. We just spent about 50 minutes talking about content marketing. Lots of challenges came up in terms of quantity, particularly when you're on a small budget, but we have lots of great tips on helping you both create and optimize your content performance. First up, Dave Bornmann, Association Analytics. Dave, what's your tip?
I have two. The first is too much content out there is Me Too content. I think each piece of content you create, you have to think, did I learn something from this? If I haven't learned something from it, it's Me Too content and it's not valuable. The second thing is don't be afraid of more technically oriented content that might be a little longer form. If you're really providing high value content and helping someone learn something, they're going to give you permission to have a little bit longer form content. That's a little counter to everyone's thought today that everything has to be short form.
I couldn't agree with you more on both things. Me too. There's just no need. If it's already out there, don't bother. In terms of the longer form, I so agree. I mean, one of our highest performing pieces on renegade.com is 2,000 words, but it's really, really meaty. So, all right, next up, Allie McCarthy.
So I would say just to continue to stay focused and drive relevance on your content strategy to what's really solving the problems of your target audience. And I think that can continue to be your North Star when you're thinking of what content to develop. And then don't be afraid to fully exploit the topic. So that means, if you have a podcast, make it into a blog post, a video vignette, an infographic, just keep the conversation going and keep it alive, because that will allow you to fully cover the topic with your target audience.
Yeah, I love that. That was a tour. And the first one was focusing on relevance. And I want to ask you a question about that. But before I do that, the other point on create one really big good thing and then, slice and dice it sort of content pillar approach came up a lot in today's huddle, which I think is really important. But let's talk about this issue because this came up, which is how do you figure out what to focus on?
Right. So I think how we learn is just by listening, right? You ask these questions to the types of audiences we serve and we say, what keeps you up at night, right? And then we're the firm that is going to help you solve some of that. So I think as long as you stay curious and engaged to your target audience and close to your customer, then you'll never lose sight of what you should be talking about.
So you're the sleep aid without putting them to sleep with your content, I think.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So Deidre Hudson, what's your tip?
I think the first thing is that don't overthink it. Content can be found in any place you look, from conversations that you're having with your CEO to, bringing a camera to an event and walking around and asking attendees the same question. You can put together a wonderful collage. Just don't overthink it. Keep your mind open to being able to find it in unexpected places. And then also, I would say that you really need to understand your funnel and to really be in lockstep with your sales team, because they're going to give you feet on the ground information about pain points, about objections, about things we may not have thought about from a positioning standpoint. And that can help guide you to create the content that you want that's really going to match what people are needing to find out about.
Yeah, interesting. So part of the whole mindset is get something out there. I love the idea of bringing a camera to events, and that really sparked a lot of a conversation in our huddle. And because one of the things that you can sort of give yourself a little grace is in the quality of the footage that you shoot, as long as what someone is saying feels interesting and authentic, it's okay that the quality isn't necessarily, 60 minutes professional, right?
Yes, and that can actually work in your favor because it's more authentic, it's more raw, it's more gritty, it's more real. So that can actually work in your favor.
Love it. All right. Well, a lot of great ways of tackling your CMO content challenges and opportunities in 2023. If you're a B2B CMO who can share, care, and dare with the best of them, check out CMOHuddles.com. I'm Drew Neiser. That's your Tuesday tip. Peace out.